Back in 2001, Desperados, wanted dead or alive, took the tactical formula of commandos and brought it to the Wild West, creating an experience that many players still remember fondly today. At first glance, it looked like a strategy game, but in reality, it was a giant tactical puzzle. Each mission placed you in seemingly impossible situations, where a small group of characters had to infiltrate enemy territory, rescue hostages,
You think this might succeed?
gather information, or eliminate targets without alerting half the map.
Come on. Well, now, let's see. Come on. Understood.
I smell trouble.
What made Desperados stand out was its setting. While many strategy games of the time focused on modern warfare or historical battles, this game immersed players in a true Western world, filled with outlaws, trains, military forts, dusty towns, and endless deserts. But the real star of the game was its gameplay. Desperados features 6 unique characters, each with their own special abilities. John Cooper was the team's leader and one of the most versatile characters in the game. He could silently eliminate enemies with his knife,
Well, then, shall.
engage multiple targets using his revolver. In many ways, Cooper was the backbone of the team. Sam Williams specialized in distractions and explosives.
Oh, boy.
Just like old times.
Hee hee.
Look over there!
He could toss coins to lure guards away from their patrol routes, use sticks of dynamite to clear groups of enemies,
I can do it with one hand tied behind my back.
That's not Hey, hombre!
I can do it with one hand tied behind my back.
and fire his Winchester rifle at long range when a direct confrontation became unavoidable. Doc McCoy combined precision, utility, and support. He could heal wounded teammates,
Sure thing. Okay. I'll have a look at the wound and disinfect it. It's a bad day for dying.
Thanks.
I can't say it was a pleasure.
use sleeping gas to quietly neutralize enemies,
See you in hell.
and pick some locks or open safes that block the team's progress.
Break into my own place for a change. It's a bad day for dying. Like candy from a baby.
His long-range rifle also made him one of the deadliest characters in the game.
I've got a funny feeling about this.
Kate O'Hara relied on deception rather than firepower. She could charm guards and keep them distracted, lure enemies into vulnerable positions for the rest of the team, and use a well-placed kick to knock unsuspecting opponents unconscious.
Hey, hey, señorita!
Faites vos jeux. Enough dilly-dallying. Faites vos jeux.
Sánchez was the group's powerhouse. He could knock out enemies with a single punch, carry and hide bodies more efficiently than anyone else.
Nice and
Está
slow.
aquí. Vamos. Un gringo.
Mierda. The one with the Gatling gun will be a tough nut to crack. I won't get near him unseen unless, of course, there's the stone still lying there. The one I threw at Pedro. Santa Maria Madre de Dios, have mercy on his damn soul.
And uses enormous strength to deal with situations that would be difficult for the rest of the team. Whenever brute force was needed, Sánchez was the answer.
There. Nice and slow. Es fácil.
Finally, Mia Young brought a stealth-focused approach to the team. She could eliminate enemies silently with her blowpipe, use poison darts from a safe distance, and move through heavily guarded areas with remarkable efficiency.
Let's go.
Hey, bastard!
See? But we just have to know where to look.
Where are they?
Mia rewarded patience and careful planning, making her a perfect fit for the game's tactical gameplay. Every move had to be carefully planned. One of the game's most memorable features was its simultaneous action system. Players could queue actions for multiple characters and execute them at the exact same moment.
Who are you?
This made it possible to eliminate several enemies within seconds, a skill that became essential in the tougher missions.
Okay, but what?
Another standout mechanic was enemy line of sight. Guards couldn't see the entire map. They had a specific vision cones that players had to study and avoid. This turned every mission into a puzzle where observation was just as important as action. And speaking of difficulty, Desperados was far from an easy game. Mistakes were costly. A single alarm could ruin several minutes of carefully planning. That's why many players developed the habit of saving constantly, something that eventually became part of the experience itself. What's interesting is that despite its challenge, the game rarely felt unfair. When something went wrong, it was usually because you had overlooked a detail, and figuring out the correct solution was incredibly satisfying. For many players, Desperados represents a time when games rewarded patience, observation, and creativity. It wasn't about quick reflexes, it was about thinking several steps ahead. More than 2 decades later, it remains a cult classic and one of the finest examples of real time tactics gaming. A title that proved that Wild West was the perfect setting for turning every mission into a strategic challenge full of clever solutions and unforgettable moments. It was a game about planning, and maybe that's exactly why it's still remembered so fondly by those who spent hours searching for the perfect way to complete each mission.